Okay.
So there's this little speck on the screen of her life.
Yeah, there was. It looked like a blackhead on my face.
And she wants to get it off the screen so badly.
I know. It was like, it's a fly spot, and I was going like that. It was awful, but it's off, so I'm good now.
Oh, you can't see it.
Well,
Because
no.
the signage is up.
No,
So did we
I
do
got
the
it off. I
LOA,
felt
the
it under
something?
my fingernail.
Oh, did you really?
In fact, is that it
So
there?
the shit that I don't notice
a
that
lot
you
of
do.
black.
All right. Robin is
Rock and Robin.
first.
Hello, Rock and Robin.
Remarkable Rock and Robin.
Who else is here?
Me. I'm here, Victoria.
You're
Welcome to another exciting episode, Penny, of the Feel It Real Fun show. Today,
Penny off.
did I
Yes,
say that?
you're manifesting. You did say that.
Oh,
You're
manifesting questions.
Answered live.
That's right. Look how we get along.
On the 26th of April, 2024.
That's right.
Oh, your manifesting questions answered live for all. That's
That's
how
right.
it's
Something
meant
like
to
that.
go.
Yeah. See, I don't do my mints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And go to howtofeelitreal.
HowToFeelItReal.com. That's the freebies. Yay!
Yes.
Mondo. Oh, sorry, dude.
Mondo.
Thanks, Victoria.
Hello, Lisa and Rock.
Lisa and LaRock.
Yes.
And so, joinremarkable.com. That's how you can have ongoing dances with us, the most effective and remarkable way, too. There's other options, but joinremarkable.com. All right, go there, get some details. I'm updating that probably this weekend. So,
Right.
if you got no questions, don't drop
Don't
me an email.
ask.
Yeah. So, don't ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies.
That's right.
That's right. What song was that from?
I don't know.
That's right.
Do you? No.
Yeah. I'm just shocked that Van Morrison sang Brown Eyed Girl. Did I tell you that story?
What?
I didn't tell you that story.
Tell me.
All right, no, after the
Tell
show.
them. You don't want to tell them.
Yeah,
You
no.
just want to
I
tell
just
me.
want to tell you. Right.
Hello, Lynn Genro.
Lynn Genera. So we got a really exciting show today, just for you,
Lynn
just for Lynn.
and everyone else.
And everyone else who chooses to tune in and turn on and all that good stuff. So, Victoria,
We'll dive in.
let us dive in, shall we? That is the purpose of the show.
So the first question's from Leah in Manifesting Mastery. Sooner rather than later. And Leah asks, I want my Feel It Real session to produce sooner rather than later.
Look at them dogs go.
Here's an example.
Look at them go.
Yeah, they haven't gone yet. Right, back to
Look
the
at
show,
that
babe.
guy. Oh, yeah. Sooner or later, I'll answer the question. You know what I mean? And you really don't know when the gold's going to be there or not. So we do these calls. By the way, you guys watching, we've got a live call like 20 hours from now. It's a very special call. It is not going to be what most people think. Right? We're going to cover 4 things that have really, we're going to explore 4 things I usually
Can
don't
you tell
explore.
us anything about it or not?
No.
It's all a surprise.
It's all a surprise except for what I put in the
Okay.
podcast that was released
Okay.
10 minutes ago.
Good one.
But I seem to digress.
Yes.
There's, I think, 4 or 5 places left. You can join us. I sent it to your emails. It's on my timeline, so on and so forth. Crash commercial over, right?
Right.
So on a live call,
Yes.
sooner or later, I get to something that matters to someone. Right? By the way, this is how all of life works. Every day, there's all kind of cool shit going on, and you don't know when it's showing up. There's also the mundane shit that's showing up, and some people, that's all they notice. Right? Because your state determines what you notice, but I seem to digress. So here's the cool thing. I want my Feel It Real session to produce sooner rather than later. Ready? Don't we all?
Yeah.
You know what I
Born
imagine?
yesterday.
I imagine having sex in 4 years.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Why? Right? But this is how a lot of people feel it real. This is why we developed Dream Driven Day, so you can explore owning your day. But there's also why we developed Joseph Goddard to the max.com, because you got to start playing with daily wins. No matter what you've done, no matter what you're doing. Daily wins allow you to experientially understand. I have daily wins. Some you can pretty much predict. The yum for lunch. Are we eating the same thing today? What the hell are we eating? No, we're not.
No. Oh, well, I'm not.
Yeah, we're not eating the same thing today.
Yes.
Right? But is it going to be yummy? And will we share a yummy experience?
Yes.
Right. This is part of the things that I nail every day. There are people that can't stand to eat with their spouses. They'll go to McDonald's and eat by themselves in a corner, listening to screaming kids. Right? Imagining someday I'll be with someone that makes me happy, right? So I want my feel it real sessions to produce sooner rather than later. To do that, you get to stop imagining later or someday or hopefully or something like that. Here we go.
And like you said, with Dream Driven Day, you realise actually a lot of your feel it real sessions do produce right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you realize a lot of what most people are imagining is mostly going to be someday. Right? There's a complete physiology around that. And the physiology comes from your imaginology. Oh, fuck me dead. I got to see if that's available. Imaginology.com. Please don't buy that before the show ends.
Gaza.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Imaginology. Oh, wouldn't that be great if that was it? I want to leave right now and go check on that. So years ago, I'd go to seminars, right? So I'm at this seminar, and the speaker says something. I forget what he said, but I went, oh my fucking God, that's a good name. And I went and I bought it. Right, and this other guy that I've met at seminars before.
While you're in the seminar.
Yeah, while we're in the seminar, right? I'm on my mobile phone. First time I ever bought a domain name on my mobile phone. I had to figure out my passwords and all that stuff, type it in, double check, make sure I didn't misspell it right.
All wrong, yes.
Right? And so, it was the last session before lunchtime.
If you go there.
And the speaker said something, and I thought what he said was brilliant. Bought a domain name related to it. I'm sitting at lunch. I'm eating my burger. I'm in Texas, by the way, eating a Texas-sized burger. And this guy walks past me. He says, "Asshole."
Oh, because he tried to buy it before you.
Exactly.
Oh, did he check?
Who bought it, right? So he did a who is search, so I just bought it, like minutes before he did.
Yeah,
right?
Nice.
Mine. Mondo, you may have even been there, right? Wouldn't that be funny, right? But it was a great experience, and of course we had lunch. Yeah, but exactly. It's like, join me, pal. And we had a great talk, right?
Oh, nice.
This is what fun is to me, not waiting. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been when we were together in Texas, pal. Like, and look at this. Oh, yeah, show him your hand.
Oh, yes. I found it. Sorry, did I lose it the last time I showed him?
Yeah, lose it, found it. There we go, buddy. Love you.
That's my ring.
All right, so
20 gave me that, you gave 20 that, yes.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Hoo-ha.
Cool.
All right. Shall we continue, Victoria?
We shall. So that was for Leah in Manifesting Mastery. Thank you very much for your question, Leah.
That's right.
Oh, and the next question is from Remarkable Robin.
That is the rightness.
I'm sad about ...
Oh, Mondo, I love you. Right, you just saved me some work. Imaginology was bought in 2002.
Oh.
Appreciate you looking out for me, pal.
Okay.
Cool, you just saved me some work.
No, because he was looking out for him. Because otherwise,
Mondo probably would have bought it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, radio.
And Remarkable Robin asks, me sad about one of my manifestations. I cried about it all day and yesterday, but this has been going on for a long time. Can or should I imagine understanding this situation? No. Sorry.
Yeah, waste of time.
Sorry.
It's the waste of timeter.
Well, I don't know why it has to be like this, but my rational mind can find many reasons.
So I came to Australia on a visitor visa, imagining being a citizen, married to her. That took a while. Was there sadness, frustration, anger, all that bullshit? You betcha. Right? And it always showed up like that whenever I was making it about something outside of me. Now, the fun thing is, did it take longer than I wanted it to? Yep. Did it happen faster than I expected? Absolutely.
Yes, sooner rather than later as well, answering.
Now,
yes.
Literally, they changed the laws. I became a citizen 2 years earlier. Right? And, yeehaw. So, when the attention goes on the situation, or changing the situation, it's no longer on you.
Okay. It's no longer about you. Is that what you mean?
When I became a citizen in consciousness, I had to leave the country. I got detained by immigration on the way back in. I had a whole fucking shit show going on. But I was a citizen of Australia, working through a shit show. And the shit show went away. Did I ever try to understand the shit show? Do I study why they changed the laws or why they had the laws or why I got detained? I really don't give a shit. At the end of the day, happy loving husband, Australian, ta-da, here we is.
Yeah.
So if I make it about her, the puppies, the politics, the anything ever, there's going to be anger, sadness, something show up because there's a perceived duality. On the other hand, when I really get it's about me, how do I create profit? I be someone who. How do I create wealth? I create wealth by using it.
Create wealth because I create wealth.
I create wealth because I create wealth. I use it. So whatever it is, lovingness is what you are. Wealth is what you experience. When you start to get right, what's my... We'll be exploring purpose and speed in this show from what I can tell. Your purpose here is to play. And at any point where you can't play, you've brought in a split, and now there's something to go to war against. Could be time, could be distance, could be them. It could be what they said, could be what they didn't say, so on and so forth. So there we go. While crossing a bridge, if you hit a pothole or you stop the car, you get to go radio. Let's keep steering, start driving, pour on the gas. So stay tuned. We're going to keep going. My guess is probably this also has to do with speed.
Yes.
They almost always have to do with speed. Right? So, what do you reckon?
Speed bumps, I guess.
And speed bumps. That's right.
Dream-driven day. Yes. What I reckon, is I really need to cough. Right.
What'd you do? Inhale pork rind?
I don't know.
I did that last night. I was doing a quickie got 2 minute call with Sarah Rigotti, and I inhaled a pork rind just as
she answered.
It's like, good Lord. I've never experienced pork rind in my lung before.
Sarah from Italy.
Lovely.
Calling. Yes.
All right.
Okay, cool. So that was for Remarkable Robin.
That's right.
Thanks very much.
Well, let's keep going.
Robin.
And as usual, we continue to answer any questions inside of all the questions as we continue. Because that's how I like to do things. Otherwise, I'd be bored to fucking tears.
I know.
Good Lord.
I want to keep the box working. All right. So the next question is from Dream-driven day Rasheed. Do nothing? ? And Rasheed asks, I'm struggling with the do nothing, as Neville says. Perhaps it is my rational thinking. However, in my dwelling space... Right, you just knocked it all out of alignment, damn it. Right. However, in my dwelling space, I am a benevolent educator and service provider. If I demolish my current income stream, I have this fear of having to build quickly.
All right. So there's a couple cool things here. 99% of the videos that I have seen, and I don't watch many videos, right, anymore. When people say, Neville says do nothing, or when people argue with me in my groups, because I don't argue in other groups. They want to be an asshole in another group. I just go, wow, you got a lot of teeth for an asshole. and I just go back to my group, right? But anyway. So this is really good, Rasheed, because odds are you've heard something about this that's way less than useful. Neville said you could do nothing to make it happen. He didn't say do nothing, period.
Yeah.
And this is the most massive difference, because I can do nothing to make it happen. Alrighty-o. Well, I'm imagining Victoria having flowers.
And I got them.
Well, I did nothing to make it happen.
No.
But I still bought the damn things.
Yes.
Right. So there's this magicalness. Everyone plays their part. There's another thing everybody says. Well, everyone will play their part whenever you imagine they have no fucking free will because they're all puppets. And I go, rightio, you're a fucking nutter, right? Because people say that stuff. Yes. And will everyone play their parts? Absolutely. Do they have free will? Sure. Whoever it takes to play a part in your thing will play a part. But it's the part being played, not making the person do something, right? And I seem to digress, but I'm not. So number one, you can do nothing to make it happen. There's not, you can do nothing to make it happen. You get to play your part just like they play their part. You get to participate. Number two, if I demolish my current income stream, your state determines all you do. And so if you're imagining having a different income stream, you'll play your part and do what you do. So will everyone else. But it's not like, you have to figure out, do I quit or not? Any of that stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to demolish your current one to create another
another one. Right. Yeah. It's. I have this fear of having to build quickly. Build quickly. I write. 90% of what I write goes into comments or shit you will never see. Ever. Then there's the 10% that goes into products and posts and cool shit. But I write a lot and I speak a lot. I can't help it. I'm doing nothing to make it happen, but I feel like talking. I feel like writing. So whenever you're in state, do you get how playful the podcast is for me? Or this? Or when I actually write something worth reading? It's always fun. On the other hand, if I try to do something to make it work, to make it happen, to make the something, it never goes well.
It reminds me of a really good friend of ours who is an artist and is also like an unusual outside-of-the-box type therapy person. And she was saying to you last week how she felt like there was this constant
conflict between the two, right?
Between the two, and like, how do I make one work and then make the other work? And it felt really split. And you're saying it doesn't have to be split.
Yep.
Just need to make it. It just needs to be a dance between the two.
She paints and she does a physical thing.
Yeah.
Right. That helps people physically.
Yeah.
And there was in her life a tear between the two, a torn between the two. And I said, look, all you're doing when you're doing your physical things is you're painting. Whenever you do what you do with your quote unquote therapy, you're painting a new picture for them. You're painting a new life for them. They're the palette, or the canvas, or whatever it is. And when you start to realize that, every single job I had while building what we do here, because I didn't start this when we came here. I started teaching 20-some years ago, and I had a handful of temporary jobs along the way, and every one of those jobs gave me skills that I give to my clients with to this day. So if I went to war against business or paying the bills, it would have been a war. Versus I can let these two dance. And like I said, there's shit that's, from running the restorative nursing department, from selling cryovac meat, to working in the banking industry. All that shit comes back to my life today when I need it. So, boom.
Cool.
All right. So, let's begin there.
Okay.
And you don't have to demolish what you currently have, like Victoria says.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing. You get to demolish the person who relies on that. I used to rely on getting temp jobs. I used to rely on getting a paycheck.
You don't even need to demolish. You just need to step into the new state of.
Yep.
And that state, whatever your current income stream is, supports stepping into a new state. To me, it doesn't have to be like you were saying, this war. So. Of demolishing and stuff. Yeah.
When I say demolish the old you, notice what I'm saying. Demolishing the reliance on that.
Yeah, right.
So demolishing the reliance on that.
Which is exactly what I did. I had to step out of the reliance of that when I was the accountant.
Absolutely.
Or the IT construction, whatever it was.
Yeah, the weird shit you used to do, right?
Yeah. And it really felt like this. Like it felt like an either or. And it doesn't have to be an either or. It's choice. It's like choosing, this is what I want. And while I did that,
this is what I want versus this is what I rely upon.
Yeah.
Relying upon, you're a slave. By the way, there's going to be a massive change you're going to notice on Facebook and all the groups that I'm in on Facebook. Because in the groups, one of the things that I have is I had a cool little machine which auto-posted old shit. So while I'm asleep, there's every night there were like
Every 4 hours or
10,
something.
15 articles posted across
Yeah.
different groups every night, right, while I sleep. Facebook said, I'm not going to do that anymore. That dies today. So that's dead. So when I got the message about that, well, I rely on that. I rely on that auto-posting machine to keep getting my shit in front of people, to get eyeballs. Right, that's a state. The capacity for that has been demolished. So what do I get to do? Right, I give life to a different state, and so now we're playing in some different ways. Right, yeah. If I focus on the war against the demolition and all that stuff, I get stuck. On the other hand, there's this really good scene in Mad Men, one of my favorite series of all times. And it's when the U.S. government, the FTC, says you're not allowed to say cigarettes are healthy.
Oh.
And the client goes nuts. And Don Draper explains, this is the best thing ever, because nobody can do this.
What did he say again? That it's
Toasted.
It's toasted.
It's toasted.
Yes.
Right? So instead of like, we're ruined, no. It's toasted.
Right. I love that scene too.
Fabulous scene.
Yeah.
Look it up. Right?
Yeah.
So were they ever getting bent like a U?
Yeah.
Huh. Do.
Cool.
All right. So, Victoria.
Excellent. So that was for Dream Driven Day, Rasheed.
That's right.
Thanks very much for your question.
So they all got to demolish their reliance on saying smoking was healthy. Oh, cool. And so what happened is they started saying sugar was healthy. Anyway, I appear to digress. Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Sugar's healthy.
Okay, so the next question is from Remarkable Penny.
That's right.
Quick question.
All right, Penny.
And Penny asks, quick question.
All right.
I've been revising, letting go of crap stories almost non-stop the past 3 days. Today, I had a fairly new member of a social group try to be ultra-control pushy towards myself because I like to play and, oops, she does not. Imagined lovingly till the cows come home and do feel it real. I'm tired but smiling still. What would make this easier, speedier?
Great question. Tony Doyle says, sugar, I appear to digest.
Oh, right.
Right. Nice. Very well, pal. So, Tony's always good for stuff like that, too.
Yes.
As well.
Too.
As well.
Yes.
So, real early in Triple D, first 2 or 3 lessons, prune. If you find you're revising, stop.
Yeah, yes.
That's it. All done. Time for something different. Doobie-doobie-doo.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You notice, that's it. Done.
Right. So it's not just revising, it's pruning the shit out of it. Had enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Abdullah slamming the door, really. No.
Well, way back in the old days when I was a little more ambitious with a chainsaw, every now and then. By the way, am I a chainsaw wizard?
You were pretty good in the old days.
Oh, yeah. I could look at a tree and I'd get in touch with the wind and so on. And Victoria would say, are you going to do it? I'm doing it. I'm waiting. And as soon as, the stars line up, that whole Bagger Vance thing we talked about a couple shows ago, a couple Fridays ago. Yeah. As soon as the right cut selects me, and the tree frickin' drop exactly where I want it. Spooky. I was really good at that. I have no interest in it now. But I just drop that tree, and it'd be like everyone stands around going, wow.
Yeah. I
was that guy. And that was it. Yeah, and it's the same with pruning the vine. Right? Yeah, if I want to trim the tree, right? Yeah, that's one thing. But let's drop it. So, boom. When there's no room for it, right? When there's no room for it, none. You guys have seen our lunch videos? right? How much room is there on my side of the plate for pasta or vegetables?
None.
Right. It's the pile of it's the pile of pork. It's the mountain of meat.
Yes.
So, all right.
Excellent.
Cool. Let me know how that goes, Penny. That was
Excellent,
fun.
Penny.
Doo. By the way, let's do one more. We did that remembering when call because you haven't sold many of them this week, so we'll do a crass commercial, right? I every tool has its appropriateness. Like a screwdriver and a hammer. I mean, if you want to get screwed, you use a screwdriver. If you want to get hammered, you use a hammer, right? So this other thing, y'all know the story. Christmas Day, feeling my glory days were in the past. I was remembering when the glory days.
That's right.
And I realized I'm using I remember when as a weapon. So we did a whole call on that. It's the Remembering When call. You can get it at NevilleGoddardStore.com, all that stuff. I just gave her some work to do.
Yeah.
Right? Damn it, she says. I thought we were going to make it through it this time. Right? But remembering when I felt that way, remembering when that bothered me. It's all about me, and I ain't there anymore. I'm not that guy. Remembering when I kept getting fatter and fatter every month, eating all kind of shit. I can remember. Oh, look at that. The cheese method. It just popped up. The Neville Goddard podcast. Yeah, make sure you listen to that after this. It's really good. It's cheese. All right. So when you find a tool has become work or it takes time.
Yeah.
It's probably time for...
Change the method.
Oh, yeah. See, here's Victoria. But 20, you could use the screwdriver. For what?
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah. Need me a hammer, woman. That's my favorite thing to say to her.
Need a hammer?
Woman.
Oh, woman. Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Let's see how that goes.
And the last question today is from remarkable Lisa in LaRock.
Lisa in LaRock.
The purpose of purpose.
I did the titling on that one.
Did you?
Yes.
Did she offer something different?
I don't know.
Okay. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria.
Yo,
I'm
Lisa.
looking forward to hearing your discussion about purpose. It seems manifesting becomes like an art when it comes from a purpose-driven life. Yet so many of us seem to evade knowing by excessive busyness. Manifesting is then a struggle and we lack peace. Why are we so reluctant to surrender to the way of peace? Once you said yes to your mission, you became magnetic. And Victoria, surrendering to the garden, a match made in heaven. Thank you, Lisa.
How lovely that you noticed and expressed that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So,
yes.
Half the seats are gone. Live call. Click the link. All that bullshit. It's in 20 hours. Crass commercial. Lisa has no idea that I'm going to talk about this. Right? So one of the four that I'm going to explore on tomorrow's live call, Friday's live call, whatever the fuck it is, your Friday, my Saturday, is what I'll be calling the pathway to peace. Purpose, play, and peace all dance arm in arm. If purpose becomes serious, it becomes a war. We came here to play. The problem with play is most people think play is a reward for work or a distraction from what bothers them, like work. So Joe Weldon and I had a great little exploration of this recently as well. When I went to Catholic school, St. John the Baptist Catholic School, named after St. John the Baptist, who was into doing violence to his desires, we had playtime. Recess, halfway through the day. And then we had to go back to work. School. So you'd work all morning, eat some shitty-ass lunch, go play for a little bit, go back in. So play was like how most people take a vacation.
It was like a reset.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If you played all day, you wouldn't have to play you wouldn't need that. As a human being, as 100% human and 100% divine, you learned how to walk before you could stand, watch babies, right? You learned a language without knowing a language, and you had fun. On the other hand, you go to the prison, school, and for 8 hours a day, you do the thing. For 1 hour a day, you get to play a little bit, and it's just rough as guts. So when I say play, what I mean is, I get home from shopping today. I had a glorious time. Right? Sometimes some of y'all have gone shopping with me. We would just talk through the classes while I shop. It's a lot of fun. And I get back, and she's lost in the garden pulling crab apples off a tree.
Yeah.
Right?
And fishing them up. But so many had dropped on the ground. It felt criminal, so I had to gather them all up.
Look at her. Expressing purpose.
Yes.
Play. Passion. All these things. So that I condense this down into a really simple little thought. Life is for entertainment only. And by entertainment, I don't mean distraction. By entertainment, can you entertain, and this will go back to my comment about sex earlier, can you entertain a possibility? Can you? Or are you rationalizing about probabilities? As soon as you start rationalizing about probabilities, a little bit of rational goes a long way. But can you entertain a possibility? So when you walk into a shit storm, can you entertain a possibility? When the moment a desire shows up, that's when you move into its richness, its fulfillment. Can you entertain a possibility? Last year in Remarkable, we explored this as the producer. Wouldn't it be cool? I had this crazy thought a couple weeks ago and finally surrendered to it. Wouldn't it be cool to do a live call where I talk about 4 things that I often speak from but never speak about? Wouldn't it be cool? That's tomorrow. Your Friday, our Saturday, whatever. Hint. Right? And this thing with purpose, when purpose is playful, when purpose is passionate, and I don't mean rah-rah-ree stuff, but if you just watch me cook, my purpose when cooking is to cook. And I have so much fun, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her purpose when picking up crab apples is to pick up the crab apples. Boom.
So, surrendering to the way of peace, how is that mixed in? So is that the way of peace when
you can entertain a possibility?
Entertain, right, and act out purposes or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, when you can entertain a possibility. Let's get a dog. Wow. When you can entertain a possibility. Instead of getting stuck on serious. I got bills.
yeah,
This is what you said. This is what you didn't do.
yeah,
What's the purpose of marriage? To surrender to possibilities with each other in a devotional way. How do most people live marriage? It's not passionate or playful. Yeah, it's like the purpose is to make her wrong. She's here. There's something wrong in me. It's got to be because she's here. Or not here. Or doing something. Or not doing something. And we get stuck there. Neville Goddard said we came here for a divine purpose. The purpose is to know imagination. What are we? We're the wisdom, power, and love of God. I've put up some writing. So this whole thing, Facebook says no more auto posting. So I get to write more. Boy, what an invite. And I put up a post somewhere today about clever versus caring because of what somebody that I love is going through. And they're trying to be clever instead of letting themselves be caring. When people try to be clever, it's because they feel the need to be careful. And everything becomes a thing. And they've lost their divine purpose, to know imagination, to explore who they are and how this works. What are you? The power, wisdom, and love of God. Whenever we devote ourselves to simply expressing and exploring that, then all the little purposes get to show up. All the fun bits. So,
very cool.
What are you getting there, Savvy?
Well, what I'm getting is, I actually read an article on the news yesterday, in a magazine or somewhere, about this guy. He's about 80. He's been doing therapy on, well, people have been visiting him for 50 odd years, yeah, talking about their stories and where they got stuck and stuff. Anyway, an interesting thing was, because Lisa and Rock said to this, by yet so many of us seem to evade knowing by excessive business. And he was just talking about, it was a fascinating article actually, about how it's changed in the last 60 years. Now, sorry, this might be going totally off target, but it just brought this to mind, because he was saying how people's issues have, and like how so many people are just going, oh, no, sorry, too busy, you know, to do that or to come to your party, or and it's like it's putting everyone in also, it's like a lot of people, put it that way, not us or any of you, but it's like getting isolated and feeling separate and all of that sort of stuff. And I'm starting to feel a little bit like, or not a little bit like, but when I sort of think about peace and purpose and all of that, and how when this being busy gets in the way of all of that.
Yep.
Anyway, that's
I'm gonna run with
I was
it.
thinking about. Sorry, because it might.
Why be sorry?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Ready? Whenever you decide, so when you become a doing, hey, Kim, love you.
Oh, Kim Martin.
So, ready?
Yes.
When you need proof you exist, you become a doing. So I exist. Look at what all I'm doing, have done, doing. The other thing that happens is you start collecting shit. You see, I exist. I have 7 cars, and so when we stop noticing that we are a being, as a being and a being, we can relate to each other. As a being and a being, we can experience what we're exploring in Remarkable right now. Join remarkable.com. The me, thee, we, and we. Right?
Yeah.
As a being. I can't do that with you when you're a thing in my world. Right?
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm too busy doing this thing to listen to you talk about your thing.
Well, it's like, it does remind me a little bit of Mum. She's in a nursing home or whatever, and she doesn't have to do anything. Like, her meals are all bought. She's done everything. But if I sorry, I haven't got time for you. I'm too busy. It's like, what do you mean you're busy? What do you do? I'm sorry,
Yes.
but it just reminded me the way you were like that.
Okay, ready? Does she need proof she exists?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
So the other thing that people do is problems.
Right.
I exist. I've got fucking problems, and you're one of them. Oh, here we go, right?
Yeah.
So now, to prove that I exist, I've got problems. To prove I'm bigger than you, my problems are worse than yours. To prove I'm better than you, you're causing me problems. Yay! Let's talk about a shit show, right? Versus being. What if your purpose was to know imagination? What if your purpose was to know and explore who you are? Right? What are you? The power, wisdom, and love of God. What if you entertained possibility? What if you allowed yourself to be playful and to notice she is a being. She's real. She's got, dare I say it? I'm not going to say it. Wow. And because of that, me and thee get to explore a we and have all kind of fun. It's called freedom. And without purpose, busy, busy, busy mouse.
Yeah.
So, by the way, give us some love if you notice what she thought was possibly irrelevant. Right? Was it perfect or what? Right? I'd be smashing it if I could reach it. Right? Perfect.
Thank you guys. Oh, very cool.
Yeah. And you'll notice she felt the purpose to say that. I don't know. I have no idea. It might not even be relative. I have no idea. Yeah. She's becoming less edited. And I love that. Right? She came here to express and explore. You never came here. Nobody's come here to edit and measure what they're saying, to say it right, to make sure I get my point across to you. You get the difference? Or we can dance. You felt a purpose to express that without having a clue why.
Yes. Or where it was going.
That's called living.
Yes. Thank you.
The other is all controlling. How'd that fucking work out for you? All right.
Right, babe. Excellent.
So,
thank you very much, Lisa.
with
and
all
Rock,
that in
for your
mind,
question.
that was awesome.
Hello, Stephanie.
By the way, I may or may not have gotten to whatever I got to, but it would have taken significantly longer, maybe a couple shows from now, if she didn't speak what was showing up. Not her mind. She wasn't speaking her mind. Well, I have this thought. I've been thinking about this, and you need to listen to me. Right? Very different. I'm speaking my mind to you versus like, oh, there's this. It's just come, and you can watch her. I don't know why it's coming out. Here it comes. Wow. So, Victoria.
Cool. So thank you, Lisa, for your question. And what we want to know is, tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
That is the rightness.
And you go first, babe.
Cool. I just love the way the questions all come together toward a theme. You know what I mean? I just I'm always fascinated with this. It's like these smaller seeming questions fit into a bigness, right? The one made of many. And how all of life is like this. I'll just stop there. That was good.
Yes. So it was your fault, Lisa.
I imagine Victoria chatting it up tonight. There we go. That's right.
Okay. Yes. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it was Ace, and they did all link, and we started off, I can't remember, sooner or later.
Sooner or later. Yep.
And then brought in speed, and then we brought in purpose, and we,
okay, I got a strawberry bit.
Oh, cool.
After yours.
You go for yours.
Notice the play here brings it out, right? It evokes it. Me and thee becoming a we invites
and
evokes something,
with
right?
You
With you guys,
yeah.
right? So, what were you just saying?
I was going from the sooner or later to the speed to the purpose, and just saying the interrelatedness of all the questions.
Yes. Problems. Whenever this is ever about a problem, I, you, this, that, right? Whenever it becomes about that playful purpose,
Becomes personal.
it becomes personal.
Me,
It's not about what you said. I'm taking that personal.
Yeah.
You ever notice? Here's my world. Here's a peek into 20 world. I can write anything about anything, and someone who's in a defensive state will perceive it as I am attacking them. Right? And I get the feedback, right? And it's like, I didn't even know you were still reading my shit. How the fuck am I going to attack you if I don't know you're there? Right? But when the power of real personal, lovely.
Very cool.
All right. So, Victoria,
Okay.
let's tell them.
So that was our hashtag strawberry bits.
That's
While
right.
you type in yours. Don't forget, 20 hours time, fabulous call.
Yeah, about 19 hours, 20 hours, something
Are we
like that.
saying the title, or just saying it's about 4 things that you wanted to talk about?
I
and never
called
have?
it, I really didn't give it a sexy title. So it's something about
I'm
me
sure.
and my birthday and being alive for 58 years and so on. But anyway, I sent out a couple emails. It's on my personal timeline. We had 5 or 4 spots left before the show. I'd love for you to get in there.
Cool. And
No, I'll wait.
we
I'll wait
just-
till you're 59.
We've also mentioned joinremarkable.com.
Joinremarkable.com. That's
Yes.
right. Or don't.
And that's it.
By the way, there's like there's like $1,500 worth of extra goodies, like when you
In the
join
vault.
in the vault. All right,
Yes.
so joinremarkable.com.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right, love you
Thank
guys. Have a
you.
lovely day.
Thank you. See ya.
See you, Victoria.